everyone. Bill and I are here today to talk to you about Averroes and the controversy about the double truth theory.
That's right, Hillary. Averroes was a 12th century philosopher who provoked a real controversy in Western philosophy. Just like it says, the seed of this controversy can be traced back to Greek philosophy. It didn't just start with Averroes.
You should answer this one, Bill. You have had some experience with double truth.
Ha! You have a great sense of humor, Hillary. Well, getting back to the topic at hand. They saw this theory as saying conclusions reached by demonstration was superior to conclusions reached by faith.
Right. Or if both seen as truths, then Christianity could be in crisis. This theory was seen as irreligious and was condemned in the 13th century. It seemed like an aberration, an eruption. But the idea is not, actually.
Hillary, this idea is traced back to Aristotle. He played with the concept of faith. He says that faith is a special kind of knowledge. You see, faith is of a double nature, something immediately known as true without demonstration, and faith with reference to something known by demonstration.
Well, Bill, that sounds an awful lot like what Averroes was saying, doesn't it?
That's right, Hillary. One of the first Christian voices to embrace the double nature of faith was Clement of Alexandria, and Sadia is one philosopher who advocates for this double nature of faith in Islam.
Wolfson says that Sadia undertakes to refute all the popular prejudices against the application of reason to scripture. So we have a theory that caused problems in 13th century Western philosophy. While Averroes is the focus, the idea can be traced way back.
Yes. Traced back to Aristotle through early Christian theology and entry into Arabic philosophy. A long history.
It was denounced by Bishop Stephen Tempier in 1277. Here is what he said. I'll wait so you can read it.
But this is a misinterpretation. This theory is not about the so-called double truth. No. It is about several ways to approach belief, some learned by simple analogies, storytelling, direct language. Others learned by creating an argument, a syllogism as they would say then. One was faith by revelation, the other faith by demonstration, or rather by argument leading to belief. But Averroes was reacting to Aristotle's point about using the right language at the right time. Here is what layman says about it. I'll wait a second more so you can read the blackboard. The Quran uses vivid descriptions to get the attention of those not used to argumentation. It uses descriptions of everyday life. The problem arises when we say one has priority over the other. That is what Western philosophers thought they were eating in Averroes, Hillary. Here is something I learned that put a real human spin on this for me. Averroes was a canon lawyer in the Islamic faith. He approached these issues through his perspective on law. Islamic law was quite open and sufficient for the common man. He understood the law was quite open. It was sufficient for the common man and did not isolate him from the learned. A connection remained among all. Where the Quran invites reflection, it is addressing all men, learned or not.
As a lawyer myself, just like you, Bill, I identify with Averroes's position. The learned individuals are necessary in the community, just as lawyers are needed along with tradesmen and craftsmen. We need the intellectuals and the workers equally.
You are so right, Hillary. He uses his own experiences as a lawyer among a world of commoners to verify his own sense of truth, I think.
How did this all get so twisted up? I don't remember anymore.
Aquinas was the most prominent of those attacking the assumption that reason had primacy over faith.
Why would he and others like Tempier act this way?
It was a time of crisis. There were many threats to order. Tempier's condemnation of Averroists can be seen as panic.
Yes, I see the list here on the blackboard. 13th century leaders sensitive to disorder as 20th century leaders were to disorder. Back then it was the perceived secularist threat of double truth, and during the Cold War it was the totalitarian threat of communism.
And, for goodness sake, It is any different than Snow's book Two Cultures?
Yes. Exactly. The same tendencies to raise one preference over the other and label the other preference the enemy.
Here is where we end our conversation. Goodbye to everyone from Hillary and me.
Thanks for listening. Bill and I enjoyed our talk with you today.